Well, if the keepers are right, what they told me before the game, we've got Tim Livingston is going to stay for the keeper for the entire game, I believe, for the Raptors.
Tim Holmes.
Holmes, I'm sorry. Yeah, where'd I get that? Okay. Oh, goalie.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm right. Yeah,
Two Tims.
Tim Livingston, yes, as the goalie. Tim Holmes is the captain of the Raptors.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. Brad Reynolds should be starting. They call him Sir Brad for the Hurons from Royal Oak. And he's going to be the keeper. We might see somebody else in the second half, and that might be Jake Phillips. We'll have to see. A few of these guys on the Hurons got some nicknames. We'll bring them to you as we talk about the kids, but not all of them. So we might be able to fill in some nicknames here in Mariana.
That seems to be the going thing. Like if you go down to see the professional game, the MPSL Detroit Rockers, they all have their nicknames. They're the Goose, and they're the Enforcer, and they're the Flash. So they're getting ready.
Let's go get them.
Well, a good crowd on hand here as the field on this side of the field is starting to line up with spectators to watch the under-12, the Hurons against the Raptors, here at Red Run Park in Royal Oak, Michigan.
Sometimes these weeknight games are kind of tough for parents, working parents, so I'm sure as the game progresses, they'll have more and more fans lining up. Oh, there are quite a few down at the other end in their own lounge chairs.
Experienced fans are bringing their own lounge chairs instead of these bleachers that we're sitting in.
Right.
Oh, Mariana's going to keep time. Good. What are these, 40-minute halves, under 12? Did I put you on the spot?
I was thinking they were 35-minute, but I might be wrong. It's terrible. I should know.
Give or take.
It's either 35 or 40.
There you go.
It moves up as the kids progress. Like under 7s are 20 minutes, and also under 8s are 20 minutes. Or someone told me the other day that under 8s are 25 minutes now, and then under 10s are 30. And so I would think that the next progression would be 35, but it might
have jumped up to 40
right.
for the big kids here.
I guess we should have checked with the referees before the game. But we'll find out when I start my clock. They're synchronizing their watches, so I guess.
Well, this is a boys soccer league, ROYSA, but I see a girl on the field right now for Berkeley.
Well,
Lindsay Goodcourage is out there.
In these age divisions, all the teams really are co-ed.
Sarah Elson, I'm sorry, it's number 6.
Right.
Lindsay might be a guy.
They do allow it to be co-ed, and you'll find that throughout the ranks there's always maybe 1 or 2 girls that decide to stay on with a boys team. Maybe they're a little more competitive, feel that the boys teams are more competitive, or maybe they have a cousin or something on the team and they do that for convenience.
Well, I'll tell you, when my daughter was 12, 13 years old, we had to race some guys in football and baseball, and she was the fastest athlete out there at 12, 13, competing against the guys. It didn't hurt her at all.
Right. I think until you get to the high school level, I think at that point, or even maybe junior high school, then it becomes a little more evident.
The weight difference, the muscle structure starts to change for the guys. And they start to pull it together. And here we go, Ray Smith about ready to start them off. And it's going to be Berkeley, the first person to strike the ball. It goes quickly into the far court. That's Brad Ather who put his foot to it. And that goes down the field, and Sarah's going to have to play that. Sarah does. Gets a good kick on it right up the sideline. Nice pass. That was Chris Bryan, his dad, the assistant coach on the team for Berkeley. And they're making some good passes. This is a nice crisp play.
It is
right now from Berkeley.
Impressive too is that they're talking to one another. That's one of those things that you try to get soccer players to call to each other, you know, support or I'm open or whatever, so to give a chance to have a good pass.
Jim Vicky going head-to-head, and he kind of lost that round as the ball gets over the half court, and finally trying to wheel and deal is Jesse Risch. And it goes up. The wind could be a factor. See how that ball curled right there? I believe the wind is coming from one end of the field to the other, from the Berkeley end to the Royal Oak end right now, and it could be a factor.
It certainly can. I mean, you can take a long shot and have it go in with the wind carrying it.
At center there is Adam Sylvester trying to get the ball up, and he doesn't quite keep control of that. Instead, it goes over to I'm trying to pick up that number for the Raptors.
Number 11 has it.
Number 11, and I don't have a number 11. Thank you very well.
You know, the Berkeley coach had told me earlier that they have some duplicate numbers because he had some extra players come on the team after the start of the season, and they just had to pull jerseys, so I don't know if that's the problem or...
Best chance yet by Berkeley is that ball rolled about 3 foot wide. Keeper Brad Reynolds didn't seem to have any problem with that. He just let it go.
Apparently it must have been touched by...
the corner kick, yeah?
Yeah, it must have been touched by the Hurons. I like it, the Hurons are the Huron Football Club. Did you notice that? That's what the FC stands for.
Uh-huh.
Soccer's becoming quite the thing now. They're adopting that football club from the European teams because that's what it's called in Europe. It's football, it's not soccer.
Well, it is coming, you know, with the World Cup coming into town here this year. Is it this year, right?
Yes, this summer. It's only a couple months away.
Sure, and it's got everybody up tempo for soccer, that's for sure. Number one world sport, soccer. A lot of people aren't aware of that at all. But the number one world sport.
We just have to become more educated to watching the fine points of the game over here in this country to understand that even though there might not be so many points scored.
Yeah, there's not enough scoring, Mary Ann. I talk to you every year about this. Now, I expect to see some rule changes. They got a net that's, what, about 20 by 10, and they still can't score a goal?
Right. Well, it's that old offsides business.
No,
you know?
I think they got to start using their hands. I don't know. That would kind of negate the game a little bit,
right.
wouldn't it?
Well, they can use their heads.
I always argue that point with Mariana, folks. I tease her, but I really feel that they should let some of the rule changes in different sports, including hockey and soccer, that would allow more scoring. And they're talking about it on a national level. And here's a good run down the field by Doughty, and he's Doughty. They call him legs. Keith kicks it wide. It's going to be
another corner kick.
Corner kick, this time by Royal Oak.
Well, I think, too, now they have instituted the rule that the keeper cannot play it with his hands when it's been passed back to him by his own player. That has made it a little more offensive. So there isn't so much of that playing back, this cat and mouse game playing back to the keeper, and he handles it and kicks it off, and then maybe it comes... Maybe there's not a good opening. They pass it back to the keeper again. So
but I want to tell you right now that on a national level, on a world level, they know that there's something wrong with the sport a little bit. Did not allow enough scoring.
Right.
They're making some adjustments. And you know as well as I do, you get in committee, it's so hard to make a change because the purists are there.
Right.
And the purists say, I'm never going to change. This is the way they played it for 100 years. This is the way we're going to play it.
Right.
And they're going to tweak it a little bit, allow more scoring. And I got some ideas for hockey, too, that would really change the game. Take away those offsides even in soccer.
Yeah, that's been the one suggestion my husband has always said is why not make the offside similar to hockey where after it crosses a certain line...
You go.
You go.
Yeah.
And...
Well, I want to see him take the line away from hockey.
Wow.
I want to see him take the line away from hockey.
Well,
I don't think the guys are getting bigger, faster, and the rinks aren't getting any bigger, and I think that'll take away that blue line. Take away the two-line pass, let somebody... Same thing here for soccer. It's
well, then
very similar sport.
Larry, have you ever gone to an indoor soccer game?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Because that's exactly what they've done there. There is no offsides. You can cherry pick all day long if you want to.
For a guy that doesn't run like me, I'd love that. Well, there's some good movement right there by the Berkeley player, number 17, Jim Vicky. He made me correct that name. I call him Vickery, and he says, no, it's Vicky. The ball comes in. Royal Oak trying to, Kyle Irving there to play it, and passes it back to his own defender, and they kick it out of harm's way, but Berkeley still maintaining a lot of the control right here. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of that, folks, and you might not realize it, but at the 12 age group, the wind is a little bit of a factor in keeping the momentum going one way.
Right. Plus, you know, a lot of it depends too, like some history of the team that we might not know. Like, has this team been playing together? Sometimes the teams end up playing together, a majority of the kids, since they were U5s, you know, so, or U7s, I should say. And so that, you know, if you get used to playing with your teammates, you start to know where they're going to be.
We have noticed the Berkeley team has passed awfully well. They
Right.
seem to know where the other players are. Good kick there at center field. Sarah trying to get her head on. She's not going to be able to. I think this is Keith Dowdy. Dowdy, I say Dowdy. I went to school with a Dowdy, but it's spelled very similar, but it's Doody, D-O-O-D-Y. I apologize to him. Brad Ather tries to connect on that ball. He can't quite do it. And it goes off the foot of Steve Marley. There's a redhead out there.
That always amuses me, watching the kids where the ball goes out of bounds. They always take a few feet along the sideline, and unless the referees are really insistent, get back to where the ball actually went out, they'll take it.
Sure. Got to know when to take your advantage. About 4 substitutes ready to come into the contest for the Hurons. There's 4 on the other side for Berkeley as well, so both teams came with the same number of athletes.
There was a bad throw-in on that previous throw-in. You can't lift your feet. You have to keep them. You can drag that foot, but you have to have it touching the ground, and I think that's probably what the referee on the sideline called. And then that gave Berkeley back possession. But here goes Royal Oak.
Here comes Doody again. Oh, puts a nice pass headed up there. Sylvester trying to catch up to it. The keeper comes way out of the net to play that. Tim Livingston was 40 yards out of the net. Or do we say meters?
Yeah, we should be if we're talking about. That's another argument we have at my house.
Is that right?
Oh yeah, we can't become metric.
You don't want to become metric?
Oh, not me. I'm not the one. I grew up with metric.
Yeah, well, yeah. Metric's a lot easier to use mathematically when you're dealing with fractions, etc. Everything's divisible by 10.
Right.
And if people only knew that, they'd have switched a long time ago.
Exactly. The kids, it's my husband who's always fighting it, and the kids are now ganging up on him with me. They say, but Dad, it's so much easier when you're doing your math.
That's right. Everything's divisible by 10. It all breaks down rather easily. Centimeters, millimeters, meters.
Now let's see what Dowdy or Doody?
Doody, D-O-O-D-Y. Nice pass out. He kicks it over to Reich, and Jesse, gets leveled. There's no call on that. But Doody, he's going to make the move. No, tries the long shot. Tries to get back into the play. And, of course, Jesse right there. Jesse takes a nice hit. It's over to score.
Who was that?
Reich, Jesse Reich. Reich, they call it. R-I-S-C-H. Gets the first goal, and of course it was Doody who helped him out there, keeping that ball along the left side.
All right, that was a nice teamwork on their part.
And that it went high upper left-hand shelf to score the first goal. El Kid, they call him.
I think Jesse even started that play. He passed it first to Doody. Then he went down the field and then
he went down the
up.
field like a pile of people because he landed on the field with Sarah Elson, and they were on the deck. He got back up to finish the play after Doody got the ball to him. Took 2 shots to do it.
That's the thing I think people forget, that soccer really is a contact sport.
Without equipment.
Right. So when you hear people saying that it's a sissy sport, I think they ought to take another look, because when you think about football players, the contact is different, obviously, but they have all that padding on.
The contact is much more violent in football because the whole body works like a spear with all that equipment. Or a Scud missile, one or the other. But that ball's going to stay in. Oh, the pass is going to be out.
Nice idea by that young man, though.
I think the wind might have hurt him as well. That was Adam Sylvester.
But there is physical contact. You can't help it. You've got people going for this little round object. You're going to have shoulders touching and bottoms touching and everything else. And people need to realize that not every contact is an illegal one.
Beebe tried to get in front of that. Nothing, couldn't quite connect, so Harbert will kick it up. And very active with the ball is the goal scorer there, Jesse Reich.
Nice job getting first to the ball. That's the important part in this sport, is being first to the ball.
Mark Waskowski had a chance to hit it, and the pass didn't quite connect, so it comes back. And now Matt Rudtu with a nice kick. There goes Duty across the other side. The keeper out. Oh, the long shot won't get there. Good job on D.
Oh, nice clearing of the ball.
Yeah, nice header by Jesse as he's making things happen. El Kid is playing the game. That's Waskowski over there. The ball gets by him. Pass into the center of the field. It's a good
nice
play.
Foot race here, too.
Tim Holmes, the captain, makes a perfect pass. That the defense there, playing the body, playing the foot. Brought a nice response from the crowd as they know the game. See the wind take that ball, throw it down. And Duty right there.
Nice head. Two in a row.
Did that hurt or not?
Well, you know, the Norwegians have done the study about brain damage and number of headers.
Look at that. Oh, over the goal.
There was a controversial article last year about the fact
controversial because only you didn't believe it?
Well, I think one of the things they said as well, it was based on people that had been doing headers a long time with the different kind of ball that really absorbed a lot of the moisture, and they made the ball heavier. And so, but I would imagine that repeated banging on that ball isn't it the best thing for you.
Well, the pass went to Duty from the corner, from Duty in the corner to Beebe, and Brian tried to put the ball close to the goal, but the pass back to Duty didn't quite connect, as you see.
Would this be a good time to list some of these players, or shall we wait till it gets cleared out of here a little bit?
Well, let's see what happens with this as the kick goes with the wind, and another header, third in a row. Well, wondering about brain damage, eh?
I don't think it can happen that quickly.
Oh, I just teased you.
I have an honor student at my house who's been doing headers a long time.
Is that right? Well, he's an honor student. Just think if he didn't do headers.
Einstein? Who knows?
Yeah, did Einstein ever play soccer?
I don't know. He probably did. He probably did. He grew up over on that side of the ocean.
Yeah. You got me there. I wouldn't know.
Oh, bad place to have a bad throw. Oh, well, I thought he called it. Oh, was throwing it from the wrong spot.
The pass intercepted, though, but it's stolen quickly, and it comes back out. It's going to be whoever number 7 is. I think that's Ian Miller.
It's funny, we have some blanks in the Berkeley roster.
Beebe makes a great pass to Duty, as Duty's going to look to bring it across front. He takes a nice, oh, what a save. Good job by Livingston.
He has a very strong foot.
Yes.
Duty. Does Duty have a nickname?
Duty is called Legs, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Keith Duty, Legs.
I can see that.
Yeah. There's the pass to the center. Tim Holmes works up the center. He's got somebody on the wing. It could be offsides, I think, but I'm not sure.
Well, as long as they're even with the last defender, it's okay.
He was past the last defender, I think.
Was he?
By 2 strides.
Did the ref have his flag up?
No.
The linesman?
No, I didn't see it.
They're supposed to get that signal going.
Boy, they're working to death out of Duty right there. Look at that. Great save by Livingston.
Oh, no. Lucky break for the Raptors there. Livingston.
Boy, Reich
lost.
is paying attention, isn't he?
Yes, he is. That's the thing. You should never give up. Never quit.
Yeah, you're going to see the kick out here. Boy, the wind's starting to kick up a
Right,
little bit.
I was going to say, our audience can hear the wind.
It's a good kick by Sylvester. His dad is the coach, Tom Sylvester, the head coach of the Hurons. Now, you know, the first part of this contest, in the first part of this first half, it was all Berkeley down at the Royal Oak end. In the last couple moments, looks like the Royal Oaks warmed up to the task.
Right, I was going to say, it's like they got their wake-up call, and now they're dominating it.
You feel like giving a roster?
Sure.
Okay.
For the Royal Oak Hurons, in gold, we have number 2, Adam Sylvester, number 5, Brad Ather, number 6, Keith Duty, number 7, Jason Lakotas, number 8, Chris Buchanan, number 9, Steve Marley, number 10, Brian Beebe, number 12, Matt Rautio, number 13, Kyle Irving, number 14, Mark Wiskowski, number 15, Jake Phillips, number 16, Chad Harbert, number 18, Brad Reynolds, number 20, Elliot Sarnacki, number 21, Jesse Reich, number 19, Chris Moorhead, and they are coached by Tom Sylvester.
Ah, good job. You want to do Berkeley while you're at it?
Oh, sure.
You're on a roll. We don't
Now-
know who number 7 is, but I think...
We'll have to find out during the half so we can give him due credit. But number 2 for the Raptors in blue is Chris Byrne. Number 3, Jacob Smith. Number 4, Tim Holmes, who is the captain. Number 6, Sarah Elson. Number 8, Tim Livingston. Number 10, Ian Miller. Number 12, Andy Morrell. Number 14, Jeff Smith. Number 15, Jeb Metzger. Number 16, Lindsay Goodcourage. Number 17
is Jim Vicky.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jim Vicky. Number 18 is Robert Honeyore. Number 19, Jamie Roy, and they're coached by Jack Metzger and assistant coach Tim Byrne and Matt Francis.
Good job. I'm Larry Auger with Mariana Webb. It's Greg Walter doing the direction of this telecast for WROK TV, your station for sports. And tonight, youth soccer.
I noticed as well, along with the wind, the temperature seems to be dropping. I noticed the fans in front of us are wrapping themselves up in their blankets.
Yeah, and I came from work, and all I had was shorts. Wouldn't you know it? It was 20 degrees warmer this morning.
Started off that way. There was a penalty kick here. Let's see if Berkeley can do anything with this.
Kind of gets by everybody, but Harbert responded very quickly to get back to the ball. Still in bounds. It's a good play by Miller. And coming up on the play is Jim Vicky. Oh, right there. Good shot. First real test.
Right.
No trouble for Brad Reynolds.
He kept his eye right on the ball. Now there's an offside flag. Of course, they don't call it unless the player that is on the offside position is involved in the play. You could, in soccer, you can be offsides all you want, but as long as you
don't touch the ball.
Right, as long as you, or you can be...
Go figure.
Right. And it's not just touching the ball. If you are somehow involved in the play, if the referee feels that by you being in that offside position, you're somehow involved in it. So that's the part that I don't always understand. How that judgment
a discretionary judgment call in a fast-moving game could take somebody right out of it.
Exactly. I have seen so many games be lost by a person being clearly offside, and the defense does something they should never do, and that is stop, because they think, well, this person was 50 yards offsides, and the referee never calls it because he never saw it. And some of the games, the younger age group games especially, don't have linesmen to help the ref out.
Here's a shot that's going to go wide. Chasing it down is Lakatos, and he's going to, they call Lakatos T-H-E, ROK. He's the ROK.
The ROK, huh?
Brad Arthur's a Babalooey.
Babalooey, okay.
And Chewy is Adam Sylvester.
Chris Buchanan is CB.
Yeah.
And Brian Beebe is BB.
Well, that makes sense.
And Matt Rautio is the professor.
I'd like to know how you got that name, eh?
Yeah. I recognize the last name as being one of those weird Finnish names. That's why I didn't have any trouble pronouncing
Yeah,
it.
you didn't. You went right through that, and I had to phonetically spell it here. No problem at all.
And Kyle Irving is the Riddler. It's interesting. When I spoke with Tom Sylvester, the coach of the Hurons, he was...
Here we go, scoring chance, blocked. You can complete that thought after the heat's off of the Royal Oak team. It is now. Okay, I'm sorry.
He was so enthusiastic that I was just... He seemed like a great guy to be coaching youth soccer, because he was just bubbling about this team. About them having nicknames and all of that. I think that he probably does a lot of fun things for this team.
Yeah, I think Tom Sylvester and George Speeshaw are on the same team on the weekends, some kind of adult league. Anyway, I got the feeling that Speeshaw was the keeper, and he got whipped a little bit by some people getting around the defense, and Tom didn't have much to say about it.
Now, on the other side, I feel we don't want to leave Jack Metzger out, because he's been coaching Royal Oak youth soccer for a long time, even though he lives in Royal Oak, but he started coaching a Berkeley team when Berkeley was still part of ROYSA, and he's continued with that, as well as he coaches an under-14 team also. So Jack devotes a lot of hours to youth soccer, too.
Oh, you have to. For the youth, you're still coaching, aren't you, Mariana?
Yes, I am.
Here comes legs. Oh, good kick to the center. It's covered. Played rather well, but Marley will put the pass up, and the pass is intercepted by Chris Byrne.
We're going to have to find out who this number 7 is. No, number 2 over there. 2 for Berkeley is Chris Byrne. He had a size disadvantage over there, but he sure worked that hard to get it out of Berkeley territory.
The ball comes in, doesn't get too far. Jim Vicky puts it up, and now it comes back to Hunyer. Here we go. We got a chance right here.
Offside.
Offsides. There you go, figure.
See, that's the thing, too, is that to me it would be really difficult for the referee, because it's when the ball is sent. So if you have... if you're onside and the ball is kicked, the referee has to observe if you were onside when it was kicked. That sometimes is the most frustrating thing, because you try to say to the coach, the man was onside when it was kicked.
Yeah.
He's faster. That's why
right. That's why he got open, yeah. Oh, Duty puts his foot in that ball and got nothing but people with it. The Berkeley defense playing strong. That's going to go out of bounds.
Wise decision by the Huron keeper not to touch it. We're about 25 minutes into the game, into the half.
And we have no idea when the half ends, but, well, we have an idea, 35 to 40 minutes.
Right.
So either 10 minutes to go for the half or 15. There's BB, tries to get the ball. Sarah's going to kick it up. Nice pass. And making good headway with it is Jim, or number 18. It's Hunter, Robert. Yeah, the crowd picks up as Jeff Smith touches the ball, and as far as it's going to go.
Oh, that wind keeps coming in spurts, picking up.
Nice kick, Brad.
Well, a great kick out. It's going to be out of bounds, and Berkeley will have the opportunity to throw it in. Team getting ready. And it goes out of bounds again. A few players coming back into the lineup.
As we're sitting here watching this game, we can observe there's some practices going around elsewhere in the field. I was trying to figure out what those little
Tell
ones
me what
were.
that drill was, Marianne. One person was standing up with the ball, and the rest were all on their hands and knees following her. It's a young ladies' practice. It looks like under 10 or under 8.
No, I bet that's under 7s.
Under 7s, yeah.
Well, throughout my coaching, taking several coaching clinics, that there's, especially with the real young players, there's all kinds of fun games that you do that develop certain skills that the whole idea is to try to avoid having just kids standing in line waiting. The whole idea of now of the youth soccer movement as far as training and developing players is that the more touches you have on the ball and the less you're doing standing in line waiting to dribble through cones, the better off you are, really, because that only develops such a small part of it. Good pressure by Berkeley here.
I got a whistle here. I don't know what it was for.
It must be either an offsides or a penalty. They placed the ball at the spot where...
And the wind has picked up. As you see, that ball kind of started standing still there in the air, but it was a great kick to get it that far. And it's going to roll out of bounds.
That was a pretty nice touch, too. It just had a little bit too much juice on it.
This is Jeb Metzger. His dad's the coach. Throws the ball in. Now, he's from Royal Oak and playing on a Berkeley team. Is that right?
Right. They've always, if the coach's child can play wherever dad coaches.
You're willing to spend the time.
Right.
Well, here's a wheel and deal by Marley as he brings it up to... Well, I'll tell you, Duty, that's his position. He plays it as well as anybody. Long kick. It's hit by somebody's arm. There's a kick off wide by the only goal scorer of the game, Jesse Reich. Reich. Sorry, we slotted Reich. R-I-S-C-H.
Look at it this way. At least the kids are on TV. If the names are a little off, heck.
Yeah, names are off. Your parents and grandparents can send us money so we go to diction school.
There you go.
Good save right there. He was the only one back was Lakatos, and he made the save besides the keeper, of course, Brad Reynolds.
Stay on it. There you go.
Fans giving encouragement to the players, and sort of like to hear when you hear nothing but praise.
That's right. You know, you talk about practices and when you're dealing with kids, the attention span sometimes is not there. And you know, when I was coaching, I would try to break a practice down into 10-minute segments. Every 10 minutes, do something else. You want to work on something, you can work on it twice or three times, but not in a row. You bring it back in another 10-minute segment, and have a lot of assistance, so nobody's bored. You're always working with something with somebody.
And that's such a good idea, because even this past fall I coached a U11 premier team, and you think these kids that tried out for the team that they would be very motivated to boy, did I have to lower my expectations quite a bit. It's just that at that point they're kids and all they want to do.
Oh, the ball stolen from the keeper. Good job by covering up was Brad Reynolds. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, that's fine. I was going to say good effort by the Berkeley number 12, Andy Murrell, because he didn't quit on that. And if he had not been quite so gentlemanly there,
he might have got one.
You're right.
Get up there, Steve. Go.
That's some good work again to get the ball all coast to coast by Rollo.
But what I started to say is that at this age, even U12s, even U14s probably, their primary interest is to play.
Yeah.
And no matter how good of ideas you have in terms of trying to teach them certain skills, if you don't work it into some kind of a play situation or some kind of contest, they don't want to buy it.
Well, baseball's the worst sport for trying to keep interest. Oh, there you go, long shot wide to the right. Because when you're trying to work with your hitters, you throw every hitter 5 or 6 pitches, and you might hit the ball 3 or 4 times or whatever, and swing and miss on some, and the rest of the team's just standing around.
That's what's so interesting. You know, you compare soccer to the fact that there's not much scoring, and therefore sometimes it doesn't keep up people's interest. But baseball is boring.
You're right.
Sorry, that probably sounds un-American.
And right now, these athletes, they'll be playing baseball as well, but a lot of them have a lot of choices. And, oh, there you go. Shot. Oh, wide, just by a trickle to the left.
Yeah, I have both of my kids, even though they were good baseball players, they have stopped because it's not, it is a lot of standing around.
And it depends so much on that key person, the pitcher. And until they take that person and put less emphasis on that, let everybody hit the ball more.
Right.
I think it's going to still be a boring game.
I think that the Baseball Federation, I may be speaking out of, probably maybe not the best informed, but I do know that a couple years back, last year and year before, that they were sending letters out recruiting players, because I think that's what a lot of the kids have stopped, because there's not enough action.
Well, I think that's part of the reason. I'll tell you the other in a moment. Is it heats up over here at the Royal Oak end, and the ball goes out. Another thing is that we have a very affluent society right now.
Right.
Years ago, a person used to work hard and not have remote controls on their TV and not have water machines to ride in the summertime, and their parents didn't have 6 weeks vacation, and all these other factors are right now in the affluent society are playing against the kids to develop these superior sports. There's nothing wrong with the lifestyle that you can afford the kids in Berkeley and Royal Oak.
Right.
It's a very affluent lifestyle. It treats them very good. They have a lot of opportunities, a lot of different sports to play, and they might not concentrate, and they might get burned out by playing these different sports and just want some time to play or read a book.
Too. I agree with. I think we've gotten almost too organized with our kids' play. There's very little time for them to just play.
And you know, you take a survey, how many people have cottages or campers or mobile homes, and they want to drive up north and go up different places, and every Saturday or Sunday there's a practice, or there's a... So sometimes the parents talk their kids out of playing a sport.
We never did that, but we were real relieved when he said, I don't want to play. Because you're right, it's 3 nights a week having to be, like in my case, rushing home from work and sitting in bleachers and hardly seeing a hit, you know? So if there's no low scoring in this sport, at least you see the kids running back and forth a lot.
That's right. At least they're getting red-faced and sweating a little bit. How much time we got now?
And now we have, I was a couple seconds off to start, but it's about 34 minutes right now.
So it's either going to quit the first half in a minute. The score's still only 1-0. Favor of Royal Oak. The goal off Reich's foot.
Reich. We keep being reminded it's Reich.
I don't know why everybody pronounces that name. Probably most everybody will go Reich. I don't know why they drag it out like that. We apologize if you don't like it, but but this is life, you know.
Change your name to Smith or Jones.
Yeah, people have been, I was touched by the hand. People have been pronouncing my name wrong all my life. It's Auger, A-U-G-E-R, and a lot of them go Ooger. So,
I've struggled with my first name for forever.
Marianne?
Well, it's Mariana.
Yeah, Mariana.
Really Mariana. So.
Mariana, okay.
But, that was a handball in the box, and that means it's a penalty kick.
Oh, this is exciting as Berkeley, down by the 1 goal, has a chance right now to catch up just before the close of the first half.
What pressure on those 2 players, the keeper on one end and number 17, who is Jim Vicky.
Jim Vicky, I think, is going to get it. It's either that or it's going to be the captain of the team, Tim Holmes, number 4, and it's going to be Vicky. Yeah, excitement right now.
That's always such a tough call when it occurs in the box. It could even be somewhat incidental, but if it moves the progression of the ball...
Up, high, and over. Oh!
The fans on this side go crazy.
And Jim Vicky just puts his arms out and says, I gave it the best I had.
Again, that part of that might have been the wind factor, too, because It was windy.
Is this the end of the first half?
It must be, so I was right, 35-minute halves.
35 minutes. Well, we'll be back with you for the start of the second half in just a moment. I'm Larry Auger along with Mariana Webb. Mariana
Those
Webb.
spins, they roll those R's.
Yes, the Hurons have a 1-goal lead over the Raptors. Park in Royal Oak, Michigan. I'm Larry Auger along with Mariana Webb. The Hurons from Royal Oak against the Raptors of Berkeley. The score just 1-0 right now as Royal Oak scored the only goal of the first half. And what a great opportunity for Berkeley to close of that first half. They had a penalty shot right in front of the goal.
Royal Oak certainly dodged the bullet there.
Well, right now, Duty's at the center. He'll be the first to kick the ball. And, of course, they'll probably just drop it back, I would assume.
You know, that's one of the toughest plays to develop is that kickoff play. It has a tendency to be a giveaway. No matter how many. That worked out somewhat.
That was kind of well designed.
Yeah.
Still Berkeley bringing the ball up.
Right. It's very difficult to get that kickoff play to be. My team, we've done all kinds of different things, and it seems like it very seldom does it work to our desired perfection. In fact, that's what we were working on last night. We have our first game here tomorrow night.
Right there.
Well, Berkeley now is against the wind. I don't know if that'll be a factor. I don't think it's that much of a factor in the first half now that I review the play of both teams, because Royal Oak was able to carry the play to Berkeley for part of that contest, the latter part of that first half.
Sometimes, too, as the evening progresses here, the wind might start dying on us a little bit, so.
Well, we corrected the score sheet at half, and the number 5 for the Raptors from Berkeley, Mike Ackerman. Trevor Francis is number 7, and Oliver Hershey is a number 11. They weren't on our original sheet. We apologize.
Go! Yeah!
And that's 2 shots now. That's a keeper, a new keeper in for Royal Oak. At the other end is Jake Phillips. There's a long shot. That wind in the favor and offside.
That was offsides by a mile.
Well, when did he kick the ball?
Well, they were back there before he kicked the ball.
And I say, that's all right to me, you know?
Well, I agree.
If defense wants to play up, let them play up. And you'll notice that the keeper right now, Tim Livingston for Berkeley, getting a lot of exercise back there as the ball keeps coming to him.
Royal Oak certainly has had the pressure here hard and heavy on Berkeley. Oh, nice try by...
It looks like number 5, I think. It's Mike Ackerman. If it is 5 for Berkeley. Well, I don't know if this 1-goal lead will hold up. It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. It's Duty puts the light on, as they say.
Leg's got a leg on it.
Yeah. Very active. Being that tall, to have the motor skills like that at this age, that kid's going to be Keith is going to be a good athlete all his life, I'm sure. If he can pull it together like that so early. But it was just a matter of time, it seemed, that the pressure that Royal Oak was putting on and how active Livingston had to be just to keep that ball out of the goal.
See that, again, here's the kickoff play. When you just kick it straight on like that, it never goes to your own teammate. So you wonder what to do, but then sometimes it works for you if you can get down there and maybe they do handle it, but you have someone who's really fast and they may go and challenge for the ball.
The kickoff almost seems to be a disadvantage. You do gain the zone, but you don't have the ball.
Right, exactly.
The ball's in the zone, but it's with another colored shirt.
That's why lots of times a lot of the teams try to play it back to their center midfielder and give the wings time to get down there so that then he has a mark to send it to.
Well, 2-0 the score here with about 32 minutes to go in the contest. The ball is going to roll out of bounds.
Here's Berkeley has now a chance to penetrate into the goal area of Royal Oak.
Ball chased down by Irving.
Excellent play by the defender to play it off the offensive player and therefore get
No, real
throw
good.
in.
The defender is number 9. I don't have him on my list. No, in the blue. Oh, the defender you're talking about
Right,
for Royal Oak. That was
right.
the wing in the blue. I was just noticed I don't have a 9 for Berkeley. I apologize.
Nice. Oh, kind of an incidental roll up his arm. That's too bad.
You know, Reach puts it right out to Duty. They called it offsides. Now, see, that play's got to stay in. You can't. The kid's running as hard as he can, gets a perfect pass on the fly, but the defense was in front of him.
Right. And again, that is so hard. Even we're sitting here watching, and I couldn't be positive to say, was he on sides when the ball was kicked?
Well, he should take away the offsides completely. I don't see a reason for it. The kid was running his legs off, made a great play to get by the defense, and because he beat the ball there, he...
Oh, my, what a nice shot.
Yeah, that was Duty again.
Oh, nice stop by Adam Sylvester.
Chewy is his name, his nickname.
Does he chew a lot of gum?
I don't know. The Rock had it for a moment there, and it, Brad Reynolds, Sir Brad, they call him. Well, goes to Duty. Duty's going to shake and bake. Look for somebody to pass to. He's going to stay on the sidelines. Long pass up. And the keeper's going to have to come out and play that. Plays it on the fly.
Excellent kick by the keeper that time. And nice pass, nice through pass there.
Goes up Sarah battling right there. Sarah gets a nice left foot on it. And it's kicked out quickly by Lacatas.
Now this is when in the olden days that player could have easily passed it back to the keeper and he could have picked it up, but no longer can you do that. So it does make it more offensive, because instead of driving it back to the keeper, having him grab it and kick it away, the play remains down at the striking zone.
Right. Believe me, they're going to change some other rules too. They're talking about it, you know, already. I read, Mariana.
I believe you.
Yeah, they're trying to. They know that that it would be nice if they had a little different, a little more scoring.
I was in Finland last summer when
you were.
I was for 2 quick weeks, but and I happened to be there right when they had the game at the Silverdome, the Germany against. I'm trying to think.
Japan? Or?
No. It was Germany against England.
England, okay.
At the Silverdome, they were testing the grass, and it was interesting to read the Finnish newspapers. They were actually quoting an Italian paper, and the Italian said, soccer will never survive in the U.S. because the Americans were too busy eating during the match. And the fact is that people were going back and forth to the concession stands, and the Italians didn't understand that at all. They take their soccer so seriously that they don't even dream of eating while they're watching the game.
The American athletes want to be paid $1 million or $5 million a year, and you gotta make some money off the concession stand to do that. So you have period breaks, halftime breaks, and etc. There's a long shot. Oh, perfect shot just underneath the rail as Adam Sylvester gets the 3rd goal of the contest.
What a fantastic shot. See, I love shots like that, because so often the kids want to take and dribble it into goal. I'm forever telling my team, don't think you have to dribble it into goal, because as soon
pull the trigger.
Right, as soon as you start dribbling, you've got defenders coming and converging on you. And they take the ball away from you. Take the long shot like young Sylvester there did.
Especially when you got a little favorable wind. Of course, the wind has died down considerably. And you got somebody limping off the field. I believe it's Chris Byrne, number 2, if I can. It looks like number 2 from here. It's a long way away.
It's 7?
7, it is 7.
That's
and
Trevor
that's Francis, yeah.
That's a great soccer name.
Yes, I like Trevor. That's a neat name.
Well, there was a professional soccer player, played for the Express for a while, Trevor Francis, a Brit that came over here. And in fact, I was going to name one of my kids Trevor Francis.
There you go.
I was.
Yeah? Why didn't you?
I don't know. Just changed my mind. He became Ryan
You
instead.
just didn't have enough kids.
And this was before I had any inkling that my family would become so deeply entrenched in soccer. But I always thought that was the neatest name.
Well, I'll tell you, a lot of kids are named after athletes. There's nothing wrong with that, especially the ones that have great respect, like Gordie Howe, etc.
Right.
You know.
I'd like to ask Trevor Francis's parents if they knew who Trevor Francis is, because, you know, not that.
Well, they don't
many.
have a choice in the last name.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But I mean, if Mr. and Mrs. Francis, did they know that Trevor Francis is a famous soccer name?
Wonder how many people named their kid Bill Clinton. What do you think?
Or Hillary.
There's a lot of Hillarys around now. I know a lot of Hillarys, but that was before Mrs. President got there. That's for sure.
I work at at St. Joe's Hospital, and almost every day there's a new cartoon about Hillary.
Oh, healthcare people, yeah, they probably have a dartboard up there.
The doctors
The
do.
doctors,
The
yeah.
doctors do. They're not real big fans of
No,
Hillary.
yes, they get into their $80,000 Mercedes and drive home.
That's right. We're not making any nasty comments to our doctors. If there are doctors watching this, please.
Two edges to that sword. Yeah, Dr. Irvin's a friend of mine, and he's on a campaign, does a lot of public speaking, and does a good job to represent the medical profession.
That was an excellent move by the big defender down there at Berkeley, number 19, Jamie Roy. He had a couple of touches and he deked a guy out, but then he sent it when it was appropriate to no longer dribble.
Well, coming out of no place was Jesse Reich with that. He just saw the ball, nobody was really attacking it, and he 10 yards away. Here you go. It looks like an onside play. No, it's a good defense right there by Lakatos. Brad working hard right here. Whoa, that's as far as Ather's going to go.
And you could notice the little bit of arm play there, you know.
Yeah.
Give me my space. That's all that is.
It's a contact sport.
That's right. It's just, I want my space, don't come in it.
Good work there by Holmes for Berkeley as he's trying to break into some open space. Still has the ball. Nobody to pass to. In kicking it quickly is Morrell. And that's saved from going out of bounds. Morrell picks it up on the fly. Goes in to Holmes, and right there, no trouble. Good save by the new guy in the keeper spot, Jake Phillips, known as El Gato.
El Gato.
I don't know why they named him El Gato, but that's the nickname.
Oh, that should be a handball right there. Whenever it goes up and cradles in your armpit, that's a handball. Berkeley seems to be pressuring now, but so far Berkeley ROYSA has been able to keep them from putting it behind in the back of the net.
That's right. The Royal Oak squad able to pick the open spots. And a ball will roll out. Got about 20 minutes to go before the end of this contest. The other one's cold are the spectators and you and me right here.
My hands are getting...
Mariana, we just would love to get out there and run with the kids, I'll tell you.
And that's one of the nicest things about soccer is that it is really a good, healthy sport in terms of your cardiovascular exercise and the constant motion, and you certainly do much more movement than when in football you have a play set and you run the play and then you stand around until
That's
the
right.
next.
You have to have a lot more stamina for soccer. Some good passing coming up, but Berkeley turns the ball right around.
Again, that was Jamie Roy again, yes. He has a real strong foot.
Kicks it again.
And he has good control, too. It isn't just random booting it. It seems to... He looked where his players were.
Well, I tell you, people are going through a little withdrawal and some hard times right now, facing two of the premier Detroit teams, the Red Wings losing and the Detroit Tigers never winning.
Never winning. And the Pistons, of course, ended up in the
in the dumps.
In the very cellar.
I know a guy who plays on our hockey team in Royal Oak, running over 35 league there, the senior league, and he works for Illich, and he's got to find a back door to walk in with with Illich's team losing. He's not a happy puppy over there.
Right. It's amazing to think that the Red Wings are losing to San Jose.
Yeah.
But Urbe has been unbelievable.
Yes.
I mean, he has certainly peaked at a opportune moment.
That's the worth of a keeper. Is the worth of a keeper that important in soccer as it is like in hockey? You don't get quite as many shots on goal.
No, you don't. And if you, a good defender, I think, is worth the same amount as a good...
Somebody that moves out
right.
front. Well, that's probably the same true in hockey. Maybe the Red Wings lacking a little bit of both there, because any goalie we put in doesn't seem to do well.
Right.
So it could be the defense in front of them.
Again, Jamie Roy working excellent defense back there. Sometimes the defenders in this sport, as well as hockey, don't always get the praise that they deserve because everyone always sees the goal scorer and cheers them on. But I think the defenders deserve a lot of credit. And
there's Roy again, puts his foot into it. Here's a chance right now. Who's the first one to want it? Going to get it. Ratuo, they're working hard. Matt doing a great job. They call him the professor.
Rautio.
Rautio, yes. I like that name. Rautio. Good pass in.
Defense right there. There's Jamie Roy again, clearing it out.
Well, he's a tower of power back there.
Hey, that tower of power is Sean Bauer's nickname. That's a midfielder for the Detroit Rockers.
There you go.
He shaved his head off. Not his head, his hair. Sorry about that, Sean. If you're listening, I'm sure you're not. But he shaved his hair off when the Rockers made the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, I saw a whole team do that once for basketball, high school team.
Well, both Sean and Brian Finnerty, the goalkeeper for the Rockers, they shaved their hair and had these funny-looking fuzz on their head by the end of the series.
The ball gets out quickly. It's handled by Duty. Of course, he's still over there on the left side. Does a great job. Long kick. Oh, it's bounced in the air. Header. Oh, score off a header. Is that exciting?
That's exciting. Who scored that? There, everyone's shaking.
It's number 12.
Number 12. Matt Rautio.
Rautio, I believe, got it off the header. Yes, it was, for the fourth goal. So that's exciting. That's advanced play right there, folks. When you can get a header to come in when you're under 12 group, boy, that's a big-time goal.
And what's really nice to see that on this team, the goals have been dispersed. It's not just one person getting all the goals. And to me, that shows that this team is working as a team, not just a single individual who keeps possession of the ball.
Yeah, it was a great job, and the score now 4-0 favor of the Royal Oak squad over the Berkeley team in the blue. And I don't think Royal Oak's done right now. They're still very aggressive to the ball, and that's out of bounds.
We can see Matt over here on the sidelines getting a drink of water, and he's just beaming from ear to ear. I wonder how many header goals he's had. Big smile on his face.
Yeah, this is a piece of cake. Working on that all his life.
That is exciting when you get that first header goal.
Yeah, a lot of activity over here at the park. See a number of teams practicing soccer, some softball going on. Great, great place to be, Royal Oak.
This Red Run Park was our dream spring soccer park, but unfortunately it got squelched by residents who didn't quite understand the plan.
What do you mean by dream team? Because you were put lights up.
No, what the plan was that some of the park facilities here are old. They haven't been replaced, and the city had this wonderful master plan to develop a soccer complex here, as well as not just soccer. They were going to put in, I think they had rollerblading areas, and they were going to put a parking lot into the park to eliminate the parking problems the residents were having with spectators and people parking in front of their driveways or whatever during the soccer games. But like I said, I think there was some misunderstanding by residents what the aim was, and they were very vocal at the commission meeting, and Royal Oak Youth Soccer was not, because we were kind of new to this whole political aspect. And so it was voted down by the commission. But we're hoping that maybe we can better explain the dream that we have for the park.
Part of the problem is that the city's about $2.5 million out of budget, too.
Right. Well, what the whole idea was not to use city funds, but there are grants. There are these land grants that can be applied for through the state. And ROYSA was going to work on matching funds like the Hockey Association have proposed for improvements over at the hockey arena. We were going to try to present matching funds, but like I said, it didn't get any further because the commission voted even to not present the proposal for these various grants. The problem we have in terms of soccer and soccer fields in Royal Oak is that there's very, very little open field space in Royal Oak that isn't already developed in a park of some sort. And in the fall we have no problem because we have Warden Park that has 3 beautiful full-size soccer fields on it. But in the spring we lose out because of the baseball fields there. So, plus it is a good idea to have a separate park for the different seasons because you want to rest the field. You don't want to be running on the field both spring and fall.
Practice and games. Yeah.
Right. So, plus, we're not supposed to be practicing on playing fields at all. And every year we send announcements to coaches and write them up write it in the newsletter about, because that's just more wear and tear on the field. So anyways, that's the idea was to put in 3 full-size soccer fields over here so that this could be our spring park for all the soccer games in the spring.
But it's not going to be this year, eh?
No, not this year. But like I said, I think the plan was really good because it was beautiful architecture as far as landscaping and everything else. And like I said, the parking lot was going to be housed inside the park and therefore take the stress off the residents. But
well, I'll tell you, don't give up, because sometimes when you're dealing with municipalities, it can take 5-10 years to get something off the ground.
Right.
Especially if you're looking for federal funds or any kind of matching funds or county.
Here goes legs again.
Yeah, look at Duty going. Keith is outstriding everybody. Oh, there's somebody stayed home, played defense, and
Must have been Trevor Francis, right?
I'm sure.
We can't. He has to turn around so we can check his number there.
Still 4-0 as we're into about the last 15 minutes of the contest, I think. Is that right? 10 minutes.
Nice, Brad.
Beautiful kick by number 17 for Jim Vicky. Jim, who had the chance to have the penalty shot there, I bet he's going to have some nightmares about it.
Oh, yeah, he'll think about that. He had the chance and went over the top crossbar instead of under.
You know, it looks like it's such an easy thing to do, but when you've got that pressure on you and wind conditions and whatnot, you can understand why it can go high like that.
Especially with the wind at your back. Yeah.
Right.
Well, the sun's starting to go down here on this overcast Wednesday evening.
So, folks, if you hear the chattering of teeth, it's Larry's and mine.
You know, with my braces, there'll probably be sparks. Maybe that'll help heat me up.
I'll bring my mittens next week.
Yeah, as they say in Michigan, if you don't like the weather, just wait a half hour. It'll change.
Sometimes 10 minutes. We did have unbelievable heat spell the last few days. All my flowers are blooming. They're a little early. I hope. It always scares me a little bit because I keep thinking, uh-oh, when is the snowstorm coming?
Yeah, Mother's Day comes early this year. I know we usually go down to Eastern Market or the market in Royal Oak there and pick up a truckload of flowers, and I think it's usually that's way before Mother's Day, but I think Mother's Day is coming early. So.
Isn't Mother's Day always the same Sunday, first Sunday of the month of May?
I don't know, is it?
I think so.
I don't know. I've only had a mother for 48 years.
Larry, Mother's Day is always the first Sunday in May.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, when's the first? It's a week later because
the 8th.
Because the first is on Monday.
Right. So it's the 8th.
So it's later. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Because it's May 1st is Monday, isn't it? Or May. Yeah, it's not this weekend.
No.
It's next weekend. So, well, go figure. Well, they're waiting to substitutions to come in to throw the ball in. Actually, we are kind of spoiled with the weather we've been having. It still is.
It's true.
Is early spring. It's late April.
There's been a lot of games where when you come and see, especially the little ones playing, they've got their sweatpants on, and of course now if you get to the older age level, the referee's not supposed to let them wear anything but their little shorts and shirts. Can
No matter what the weather, eh?
Right. Last fall we had a terrible fall. It seems like every game that my team had, it rained and it was cold. It was pretty tough. We got to the point where we didn't know how to play when it was nice outside. Used to
And that
slosh
ball
through.
stings a little bit more when it's cold.
Most definitely.
Seems a little heavier.
Yeah, you don't like to do headers when the ball is all wet and heavy because it's like heading a ton of bricks.
Well, the balls aren't really leather anymore, are they? They use a leather ball out there or vinyl?
It's leather.
It
We
is leather?
encourage some of it synthetic leather, but it's leather because the vinyl balls or the plastic balls are terrible. They really sting. So
They bounce quite a bit too, don't they?
And it's really the injury factor because they hurt. When I started coaching the younger players, and a lot of the parents were new to soccer, first thing I did is when I wrote my parents' letter, I said, if you don't have a ball yet, don't buy a plastic one because, well, what happens is then the kids get afraid of the ball.
Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of coaches ruin kids in various sports by bringing things too quick to them, whether it be warming them up on the infield in baseball or taking slap shots against a young goalie or in soccer right here hitting the ball with too much pace on them, hurt them. And once you get a kid start to flinch, boy, you got a problem.
Yeah, and then you get into then you start developing a very bad habit that you can see quite a bit in the soccer field is kids turning their back.
Yeah.
because they figure their backside can handle it better than their front side.
Well, we get that in hockey sometimes. People turn their back in hockey, and all their pads are in the front. all their protection's in the front, facing the puck, not to, except our goalie over there, Greg Walter, who's he has a, well, you got the camera on there, the lone keeper who's changing right there.
He's getting bored back there. I always try to tell the kids that as far as trying to deter them from turning their back is I try to tell them that if they get to the ball and they're right in front of the ball, they don't need to turn their back because the ball's not going to come up.
It's too close to them.
Yeah, it's not going to come up and get them. I tell you, we need some backs on these bleachers.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's getting colder, and we keep getting closer and closer to each other. Pretty soon I'll be sitting on your lap there, Hannah. Oh, yeah. It's gone down about 20 degrees since the game started, but it doesn't bother the athletes on the field. They're red-faced and sweating and having a good time out there. Perfect conditions for them.
It is. It really is, because if you get conditions like it was yesterday, I had my practice, and the kids were really like, oh, how much longer do we have to do this? Because it was so hot and humid because of the thunderstorm coming in.
And it came.
Yeah, we had that earlier one during the day, and that just managed to get everything real humid. Oh, some nice
great passing right
yes,
here.
Excellent.
As Tim Holmes tries to pick it up, he gets help there by Trevor Francis. And now it's Robert Henier.
Here's Berkeley's big chance this half.
That's right, and the
Try
header
to make it on the scoreboard. Here comes Roy again. What an excellent job to...
He came way up, too.
What they probably should do is just to pull an offensive trap and all come up right there. And so anytime that Roy Look tries to cross, they'll be offside.
Oh, you can't help but be a coach here, can you? It's an offensive trap you're calling?
Right.
And you force Royal Oak to be offside.
Right, and it frustrates the heck out of a team because
you can't get
you can't get
past.
Yep.
If you do, though, you got to streak to the goal.
Right. There's a certain amount of risk involved.
Yeah, your defense has to be able to react quickly.
But at this point, when you're down 4-0, what do you have to lose? It's kind of like pulling the goalie in hockey.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Put the stops out. Here we go. A chance right here. That's Phillips.
Oh, excellent save.
Jake Phillips, who just came out of the goal, is on the field right now and tried to make something happen right away. Long shot. Covered up. Good job by Livingston.
Now you can see that the Royal Oak team has done just that. They've pulled all their defenders are even on the Berkeley half of the field because they figure that they'll stop them.
Well, Berkeley wasn't able to hit that ball up the field and just let one of their wings run to it, or their center. That was called, whistled down. You know, you can't fault Tim Livingston at all for the goals that are scored against him. He'd have to be a 6-footer with great leaping ability to keep some of those out of the net.
Exactly. He really, especially that last one by Matt Rautio, that there was no chance. But Berkeley hasn't quit. They're still working hard out there, which is really a compliment to them, because it's always good to see a team, even when they're down, to continue playing and trying their hardest. Because sometimes it's pretty hard to stay fired up if you're...
I don't know about you Europeans. Doesn't it make more sense to use your hands instead of your head?
And they'd have to call it handball.
There you go.
Why don't we give them rackets, too, while we're at
Well, there you go. A stick with a hook on it, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my life just went down the bleachers, my daily calendar that tells me where I have to be. gotten some clouds developing too. When we started off, it was very blue, and now we've got some a little bit grayer clouds.
Yeah, it's it's 20 after 7, so the sun is about time it goes down here, even in the spring in Michigan. Here's you go. Who's covering up? Really good job. Kicked out quickly.
That's where it would be helpful if they spread out and let the keeper kick that ball more towards the wings, although sometimes with the wind it takes it out of bounds. But if you're kicking it right back to the center, they're going to return it.
Well, there's some good hustle right there by Chad Harbert. He's been playing real intense along that side.
And he's a defender. He generally plays defense, I think, on this team, and he's way up there.
Rowdy-O playing along that side, too. He really reacts well to the ball.
Nice pass. Nice touch there. Oh, beautiful through pass. Here's Berkeley's big chance.
Hey, look at this, going one-on-one right here. It's number 12, Morrell. Takes the shot. Oh, he's wide. If he could have done that with his left foot.
I was just going to say, he needed a left foot on that. That's really tough because most of us are right-handed and right-footed, and you really want to develop that left foot. Dan O'Keefe, who used to play for the Detroit Rockers, told the kids in a clinic one day that he practices with each foot. He would hit the ball 50 times with each foot to develop that left foot too equally. So there you go, kids. That's your tip for today.
You know, in a lot of sports it's that way. A lot of hockey skaters only can skate turn in one direction real well, and it happens to a lot of sports.
Yeah. It really takes extra effort, I think, to develop your non-predominant side, whether it be your left or right. If you're real lucky, coach, you get a real strong left-footed player, too, and then you've got it made because you play him on the left side, and he can turn those into goals real quickly.
What do they say? 10% of the population is left-handed, approximately? So you don't have much of a choice.
No, you don't have
a great group of kids to draw from, a large group of kids to draw from. You know, Berkeley keeping the ball at the Royal Oak end of the field right now in the closing minutes.
No, it looks like we've even gone a little past, according to my watch. And I noticed George, the linesman here, is looking, too, to see, like, my watch says it's time.
Do they forget to look at their watch?
Perhaps.
The refs, they get caught up in the game.
Yeah, maybe he did stop it for that injury. They do have the option to do that. And there was that injury down a while back.
It took a couple minutes, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Versus Beebe with the ball, just doing a great job to get in. Sarah chasing him down.
Again, Roy coming in to make the save there. A good defender, that young man.
Yeah, he's a tower of power back there. We'll give him a nickname.
That's the game.
Well, this is our first telecast of youth soccer in Royal Oak, and Marianne, it's always a pleasure to work with you.
Thank you. Same here. With you also.
Another fine job. The Hurons of Royal Oak take the victory away from the traveling team, the Raptors of Berkeley.
And next week we'll be watching another Royal Oak Berkeley match at Exchange Park. We'll be watching the little bit older group, the U14, the Blizzards versus the Raiders. So.
Well, that should be an exciting contest. So please stay tuned to this WROK TV station. Again, I'm Larry Auger, along with Mariana Webb, Greg Walter, doing the direction of this telecast for WROK TV. The final score again, the Raptors nothing, and the Hurons of Royal Oak.
Oh, no, 4. The other way. Hurons. Yeah, right. I'm sorry. Raptors nothing and Hurons 4.
Gives you something to edit, Greg. Okay. We'll see you, folks, next time for youth soccer in Royal Oak.